Two Australians in this final, Mack Horton in lane 6, Jordan Harrison in lane 1. The defending champion, Ryan Cochrane from Canada, is in lane number 4.
We'll go through the lanes for you. Harrison from Australia in lane number 1 at the top of your screen. In lane 2, it's Brown. Jervis from Wales in lane 3. Cochrane, the champ and the man to beat, in lane number 4, right in the middle of the pool. Stephen Milne, not the footballer, but the Scot, will be in lane number 5. Mack Horton, one of our big chances. You can see the yellow cap closest to us. That is mighty Mack Horton in lane number 6. Fogg from England in 7. And Elliott was lucky to actually get to lane 8. He actually walked down to lane number 1 before the race got underway.
Well, you know, he normally follows a black line in the pool, so there was no directions on pool deck on what lane. So the boys will settle into a nice pace. We have 4 boys, as I've mentioned before, in this field that have been sub 15 minutes. That sub 15-minute crew is growing. As we turn for the first 50, who takes the honours? It's Milne. That'll get the locals going.
They were really pumped when he came out onto pool deck. And just an update on Cochrane, his gold medal swim at the last Commonwealth Games was over 15 minutes. It was a 15:01:49. That hasn't happened since 1986 that a swimmer has won a gold over 15 minutes.
Because we had 1990, I think we had Glennie Hausman. Was he 1990?
Hausman, he was under 15 minutes. Of course, Perkins was always under 15 minutes. Hackett went back-to-back in 98 and 2002, and then Davies from Wales in 2006. Cochrane, of course, in 2010 was over the 15-minute mark.
Well, Cochrane just let Stephen Milne take the first 50 metres before deciding to, at a very early stage in a 30-lap race, say to the boys, you know what? I've got the fastest best time here. I'm just going to show you how it's done.
Such a tactical and mentally challenging race.
Well, particularly for our young guys too. Geordie Harrison's not very old. Mack Horton's not very old. They haven't had a lot of racing experience internationally. Geordie debuted in 2013 at the World Championships. He's had an injury with his wrist since that time that he's successfully rehabbed from. Mack Horton hasn't raced a senior international 1500 freestyle before. He went to the World Youth Championships instead of the World Senior Championships, where he cleaned up, won 5 gold medals and set new youth world records. But this is it. This is the first time that he's raced against the big boys.
And we're used to seeing Australia up in the top 3. And the young fellas are doing a good job. Only a year separates Geordie Harrison, who was born in 1995, Mack Horton in 1996. Mack Horton comes into this a 5-time gold medal winner at the World Juniors in 2013. A junior world record holder of the 200, 400 and 1500. I like to call him the Clark Kent of swimming, of Australian swimming. He wears glasses when he's out of the pool. He wears goggles, and he has that Superman outfit. He's a really impressive swimmer, doesn't he?
Hey, has he got a Superman outfit? Well, you made that bit up,
yeah, I did make that up. But he is a bit of a Clark Kent. He's a bit of a Superman, and I reckon he's going to really challenge Cochrane in this race.
Yeah, the thing that I like about Mack that he's developed in the last 12 months is that he's developed a real brain for the 1500. He loves to think about the pacing. As we see Mackie come into the turn. Actually, I'm not allowed to call him Mackie because I got in trouble from him. So Mack. It's Howie's fault because his son's name's Mack as well, and he calls him Mackie. So Mack Horton's not going to let Ryan go away. He's really started to become a student of the 1500, which is fantastic because that's the way that Grant Hackett was. He knew everything that there was to know about the 1500, how to race it, what had come before. Great shot. Look at the feel of the water. The fingers are relaxed. There's no tensing of those fingers as the hands enter the pool and they glide forward. It's just beautiful to see. This is really good from Mack Horton.
He's really taking it up to the champ. He came in with a qualifying time in the heats with a 15:08:43. He can swim a 14:51:55. That was at the titles where we saw him and just blown away by his ability. Geordie Harrison was the winner the previous year with a terrific time as well.
Geordie's swimming fantastically well over in lane number 1 as well. He's coached by Dennis Cottrell, who steered Grant Hackett to gold, Daniel Kowalski to a fantastic 1500 career. So he's in good hands with Dennis Cottrell. So he's not out of the picture as well. One of the things that when we first saw Mack Horton come onto the scene that Grant Hackett said to me was he needed to learn to kick, needed to learn to bring the feet in when he was required. And I think he's done that now. Geordie maybe challenging for second here.
We'll be interested to see how they turn here. It is only early stages, so we won't get too carried away. But Geordie is travelling nicely. He's the third fastest, or has the third fastest 1500 time in Australian history. Names like Hackett, Perkins, Houseman, Kowalski, Stevens as well. Up until 2002, we just dominated this event.
Yeah, we've had a great successful, and you go even further back and you go to names like Stephen Holland and Max Metzger. We've had some fantastic 1500 swimmers. Now, this is the first 500 metres, so the boys are on a very fast pace. 4:52.91. We think about it in sectionals of 500 metres, 3 500 metres. 4:52.91. Ryan Cochrane still leading, and Mack Horton secure in second position at the moment. I don't want it to come down to a sprint. Mack's good over 200 freestyle, good over 400, but perhaps Ryan has more racing experience.
5:50 gone in this 1500. It's a long, long race. Horton in second, Harrison third, Cochrane from Canada, the man to catch, and he's just stretching the margin inch by inch.
Yeah, he's about 0.3 of a second per lap faster than the two Aussie boys. All three boys are repeating at 29 seconds per lap, so well and truly under the 15-minute pace for the 1500. However, I'd like to see Mack just pick it up a tiny, tiny bit. He's at 29.9 that last 50. If we can get him to 29 low, there it is, 29.36. So he was faster than Cochrane then.
And if you're wanting to swim the 1500 metres, if you're a youngster out there, some secret tips from Mack Horton. You must eat 22 Weet-Bix a day. He has 7 Weet-Bix before training, and then as he heads away from training off to school and whatever else he does, he has 15 Weet-Bix in the car.
That's a big food bill.
That's a packet a day, isn't it, really? As Cochrane still holds the lead, and he stretched it out again from Horton. He needs to maintain his presence around the Canadian as much as he can.
29.78 for Mack Horton, 29.54. So it seems as though as soon as Mack gets a little bit of speed up and tries to bridge the gap between himself and Ryan, then Ryan takes off in the next lap. So he's very aware of what Mack Horton's doing. Geordie coming into third now at the 700-metre mark. So he's 2.68 seconds behind Ryan. And Mack now out to 1 second behind Ryan Cochrane, although that lap again was faster than Ryan Cochrane.
At what stage does he probably have to making his move to edge up a little bit closer, maybe alongside the tail of Cochrane instead of being a body length behind?
Well, see, the thing is as well, he has gone a 14.51. That's his best time. At the moment, he is on a .52 pace. So if we think about the 52 seconds, that equates to a 14.52. So he's on personal best time at the moment.
Well, let's head away from the pool and head to the track and catch up with Peter Donnigan. It's the women's 400 final. Well, Mack Horton is just struggling to keep up with the pace of the champion, Ryan Cochrane, who is in lane number 4. He's got a PB, Nicole, of 14.39.63. That was back in 2012. And Mack, just over the last couple of laps, has lost out to about 2 body lengths.
Ryan's personal best time is 12 seconds faster than Mack's. The good news for Mack at his first senior international competition is he is on pace for a personal best time. So that's all we can expect. That's all we can ask. He's still learning. He might have got his P plates in the car, but he's still got his L plates on in the 1500 internationally, racing against the big boys. And I have to say that 1500 names, you know, Hackett's not there anymore. Yes, we have Sun Yang from China, who is the world record holder, but this man, Ryan Cochrane, has been around for a very long time. He just put the foot down as well, Lockie. He just picked up the pace. So he's now sprinting. I don't know how he can do that, but 1,300 metres, he's got 200 metres to go, and he has increased his lead.
And we mustn't forget about Geordie Harrison, who is clinging to a bronze medal at the moment. First
time I've seen Mack Horton go out to a 30-second lap. So he has pretty much consistently been at 29 seconds. So 30.03, which just shows a little tiny sign of fatigue. You see the officials holding out the counter so that they know exactly how many laps to go. Steve Holland at one, or actually a couple of times, swam too far, and on one occasion he not only swam an extra 100, he swam an extra 150. The field went with him for the first 100, and then when he turned again, they went, no, we're not doing it anymore.
So Cochrane is really turning on the afterburners now. He's got 100 metres to go in this 1500. He was always going to be a tough man to catch and beat, but Mack Horton is sitting in second, and our attention will focus very soon on the fight for third, but we'll stick with Mack Horton. What can he do? I was about to say, come on, Mack, bring the legs in. Let's see a little bit of speed, a little bit of sprinting, because this man is sprinting absolutely flat out at the end of a 1500. This is an incredible performance by Ryan Cochrane for Canada. Look at it. It looks like he's racing a 100-metre freestyle. We look forward to seeing the time. As I said, a 14:39.63 is his PB. Mack Horton now turns for his last 50 in this courageous event.
Well, it's going to be sub 14:45 for Ryan Cochrane. It's just how much of a sprinter he can be in the final stages. Mack Horton is also going to be on a personal best time. Let's hope he can just speed up a little bit here. This is going to be Canada's gold.
Canada will win the gold in the 1500 metres. Ryan Cochrane goes back-to-back, but he'll be challenged in a few years' time from mighty Mack Horton. This fight for bronze, though, is really interesting.
Oh, no.
Steaming down the lane and beating Geordie Harrison was Jervis from Wales. Harrison had third position for pretty much the whole race, and that last 50, the Welshman ripped it up and stole bronze.
That's not fair.